Welcome to Masters on the Move, the podcast that celebrates athletes who prove that age is no barrier to passion, performance, and personal growth. Today, I'm joined by Steve Trass, a name well known in Whangārei running community. Steve is not only a consistent performer and age group champion, but also a key part of the Hātea Run committee, helping keep the local running scene strong and connected. His running CV is impressive, and he is known for his consistency, commitment, and humble nature. We'll talk about his journey through running, community, and recovery, and the lessons he's learned along the way. Steve, a warm welcome to the show.
Thank you, Justin. It's a privilege to be here.
It's great to have you on, Steve. Steve, you've been a familiar face in Whangārei running scene for years. Can you start by sharing how your running journey began?
Well, it's probably started 30-odd years ago. My brother was training for a marathon at the time. Mm-hmm. He'd been quite an active soccer player and had sort of played through the senior ranks and that sort of thing, and gave up the soccer and decided to embark on a bit of a running journey. And he started off, I think, with the Whangārei areas, actually, running sort of 5K series and that sort of thing, and then 10, and then the odd half marathon. And I was sort of watching from afar, and I wasn't really all that interested at that time. We had a young family and plenty of things to do. Yeah. But he decided to train for a marathon, the first marathon, and I got a little bit more interested. So watched him run that and finish that, and he honestly looked like death warmed up, but it was pretty emotional actually at the finish, and it sort of got me really, really keen. So he encouraged me to train up for the Whangārei half marathon, which I didn't really train that much. I think I had a couple of 5K runs, and I thought this is going to be a piece of cake.
Oh yeah,
and I learned a pretty valuable lesson then, and it was. Got to 5K running with him, and it was going pretty well. And 7K, he sort of disappeared, and 8 and 10K, it got harder and harder. And anyway, just over 2 hours, I finished that half marathon, and
wow,
couldn't hardly walk for a couple of days, but that really sowed the seed and got me interested.
Wow, that's an impressive time for a first one with basically no training.
Yeah, well, when you're in your 30s, you do these silly things, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Were you always athletic growing up, or did running come later in life?
Well, I was youngest of 4 boys in our family, so there was always sort of sports going on, and I was never really that good at anything or that interested in sports too much, but always participated in different things, and liked. I had a go at running, but wasn't very good. I was, a bit smaller than my peers at school and that sort of thing. But I actually played a lot of table tennis and really enjoyed that. Represented Northland as a teenager.
All right.
So that was, that was one fitness sort of sport that I was doing.
Yeah.
But running really came later.
Oh, great. You're also known professionally for your work with Homeworld. How do you balance a demanding job like that with serious training?
Yeah, well, it's I think it's a good thing to have a sport like that or something to do to take yourself away from work.
Right.
It can be quite stressful, and running's a great thing to level everything out, and you just get out on your journey, and all your worries disappear, don't they?
That's right.
And it kind of helps me at work actually, because it's the structure that you put in place when you're training actually helps with work as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know yourself with a bit of coaching and your own events and things, that if you plan out your training, you get a better result, and it really does help. That's for sure.
That's great. You've had some impressive race results, including a national title in the New Zealand's Masters Marathon Championships in 2023. I think that was your qualifying race for the World Masters Marathon in Sydney in 2024, which you placed second in that Sydney Marathon in your age group 60 to 64 with an impressive time of 3:31:53. Which is really impressive because it was under extremely windy conditions. What did that mean to you personally? How did you feel about that?
Well, I think firstly, the 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 big highlight for me was actually the Rotorua Masters Championship in 23. That was a qualifying race for the World Masters.
Yes.
And I'd run Rotorua Marathon a number of times, and I think I had maybe a couple of thirds or a third and a fourth in age groups. But to actually win the Masters 60 that year, that was a real highlight.
Yeah.
And something I'd been striving to do, and didn't really expect to do it, to be honest. But I had a really good run. But moving on to the World Masters, I mean, to qualify for that, I had to take the opportunity. I'm way down the field in the world, and to be clear, I was second in the New Zealand. I was way down the numbers there in the actual world finishing times, which was a pretty humbling, really, because there's some incredible results
Yes.
at that level. But that Sydney Marathon was really tough. It was very cold in the morning. We had, I think it was like 2 degrees, and it was a bit of wind coming off the harbour. We started north of the harbour bridge, and I still had a jacket on right till pretty much the gun went.
Yeah.
And I actually took a good jacket, and I intended to put it in my bag to, go back to the start, but it never happened because it was too cold. So I actually had to carry that jacket.
Oh,
I stuffed it in my little backpack
wow.
and run with it.
Gosh.
But in the run itself, it was quite hilly. I
Yes.
think it was 346 metres of climbing, which was
That's-
greater than Rotorua. And Rotorua's a hilly run.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of turns. There was like 30 or 40 turns and twists right through the marathon. So yeah, I was quite pleased, and windy. It was 40 to 50 kilometre-hour gusts. Yeah, it was really windy. So it was a pretty tough day.
That would have been a really tough day.
Yeah.
Makes that achievement even more spectacular, really.
I was really disappointed I didn't get under 3:30.
Yeah, you're so close.
The conditions dictated that.
Yeah. Oh, well done on that achievement. I've printed off your CV here because I want to talk through some of these things. Your running CV is just phenomenal. Your half marathons, let's talk about them quickly. First of all, your personal best you achieved in 2003 at the age of 41 with an incredible time of 1:23:23.
Well, that was Kerikeri half marathon, which everyone knows or locals know is a little bit downhill.
Yeah.
One of the easier, faster courses.
Yeah.
But when back then, I mean, I wasn't that serious in running, to be honest. I was just a club runner, and we'd just go out and have fun and enjoy these events. And one of my goals was to get under that 4-minute pace for the half marathon, and I just did that on that day.
Wow!
And did a sub 40:10, leading halfway sort of thing into it. And that was one of the other goals. But yeah, I'm sort of a little bit more proud of the more recent half marathons. As I've got a little bit older, I've managed to sort of maintain the form where others have probably dropped off. So
that's exactly what I wanted to point out. Just looking at this here, is that you do seem to have maintained your pace, because in 2022 you did a 1:32, and that you were in the next age category, which was the 60 to 64. 23, you did the 1:34:51, and those were in the Whangārei half marathons.
Yes, yeah.
Kerikeri, you've also, and you on all of these that we're talking about, you achieved the first place in your age group.
Yes, yeah. So, yeah, been pretty happy with that. 2020, 2022, 2024, Kerikeri,
Yes,
all around that 132, 33, 34. So,
correct.
been pretty consistent.
Yeah, very consistent, and despite getting later and later in that same age category in terms of years.
I still think I've got a sub 130 in these legs somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds impressive. Your marathons too are incredible. You just mentioned the Rotorua marathon. That was also very impressive. You came second in your age group, and that was in 2024 with 3:28:53. You not only do half marathons and marathons, but you've also performed very well in some ultra marathons.
Yeah, so as you know, we do a lot of running in Glenbervie Forest, and that's been great for marathon training. And, a lot of the local runners here go out every Sunday, and we do, 16, 20, 30, 36, 40K
Yes.
training runs, depending on what you're training for, and lots of hills. And a few years ago, one of our guys was keen on doing a ultra marathon, and quite a few of the newer runners, younger ones, were doing them. And I got asked to train one of our guys for a 50K. And of course, he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
And so we trained together. And one of the young ladies actually in our club at the time was keen as well. So the three of us were training. And it was Taupō. And from memory, I think it was about 2:18. And my first 50. And I actually came away with a win in the Masters 50.
Wow.
In 5 hours 15.
That's
which
incredible.
I was very happy with. So that got me pretty keen on those sorts of events. That was a really tough run for me. The back half of that Taupō Ultra is very windy and hilly, and I wasn't really ready for that. We got through with quite a bit of cramp on the way, and 5 or 6K to go was pretty bad.
Yes.
And actually managed to score a bit of cramp stop from another runner that was good enough to give it to me, and got me over the line. So after that, quite a few of the other club members were keen on doing Tarawera 50.
Right.
So we sort of moved on to that. I've had a couple of places in that, and then just recently, February, rolled my ankle 9K in,
Right.
quite bad. And I chose to carry on. I tried to shake it out and run it out, and was pretty sore right through. And I just backed off the pace a little bit, and I knew I was running was another couple of people in my age group.
Yes.
And we sort of swapped places a few times.
Yeah.
And I managed to hang in there. And again, I got cramp really bad at about 35, 36K. And I lost these two guys. And then 40K, I passed both of them, and got down onto the flat, and the old ankle was pretty sore going down the hill to the last aid station. And once I got down on the flat, I could sort of run freely again.
Fabulous.
And end up with a win.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
That you must have felt so pleased, and so pleased that you didn't give up when you rolled your ankle and pushed through. But I think you're paying the price now.
Hey, hindsight's a great thing. I probably should have given up, to be fair, but the nice thing about it is that was the first year they gave out a trophy for the age group placings.
Right.
So I hobbled home after the run, didn't realise they were giving out trophies, and then didn't go to prize giving because my foot was swollen and so sore.
Yes.
But later on, one of the other runners from up here said, there was a trophy there for you.
Oh,
So I walked back, K&a-half,
yes.
hobbled back and went and got my
Take
trophy.
your trophy.
Yeah, so it was...
That must have been a great feeling.
You got to feel right, and
Yes,
it's
feeling
an important
becomes
thing
very
to get you
important.
through. Yeah.
That's when that really becomes important. I mean, feeling's important with the marathon, but even more so, especially with these ultras. I have heard you speak previously about your struggle with magnesium and cramping, and you've tell us a little bit about how you've managed to work around that situation.
Well, going back a little bit, I have done quite a lot of cycling,
Yes.
and a lot of long rides, 3, 4, 5 hours sort of thing,
Yes.
and some competitive cycling as well. And of course, same thing. You need good fueling,
Yes.
and I sweat a lot, and I have had magnesium on long rides and long runs, so I take tablets,
Mm-hmm.
and I try and load up a little bit, leading into it.
Yes.
But I just physically can't take enough.
Right.
And I still cramp up.
Okay.
So I need to call on that cramp stop as well. And just more recently, actually, I'm taking salt tablets as well,
Okay.
and they seem to help. But it's something that I have struggled with a little bit, and I know a lot of people do. And you can get through it, but it's mind over matter.
Yes,
Half
it
the
sure
time.
is. In all sports, the mental side of it is so important, but I think even more so in running.
Yeah.
You're out there on your own, and it's you in your head, and you're arguing all the way, aren't you?
Oh, exactly.
Especially on
And I
those.
mean, it is easy to give up, but it's so satisfying when you don't give up and
Oh,
you actually
exactly.
get through and get to the end.
Yes.
But,
Pain only lasts a while, but that memory of the victory lasts forever.
exactly. Yeah.
So what stands out as your most memorable race or experience, good or bad, and what made it so special for you?
Well, I probably got to go back to the New Zealand Masters Marathon Champs, May 23, when I won the Masters 60.
Yes.
That particular day, I chose to wear some very light, flat race shoes, which I've never done before.
Oh, okay.
And my wife said to me, "You're silly, don't do that." And because I actually have a little bit of support on my shoes,
Right.
and I have a particular brand that I use regularly for those long runs,
Yes.
and it kind of pays off, but they're a little bit sort of heavier.
Yes.
So anyway, in my wisdom, I decided to try these out. I'd had one 5K run in them,
Oh.
and they were like running on marshmallows. They were absolutely fantastic, light and spongy. And
Yes.
I thought, well, I need to win this. I want to win this run.
Yeah.
I need every benefit I can get.
Yes.
Anyhow, turned out it was the wrong decision. 10K, my same ankle, actually, left foot was sore. Because when you run around the lake, you're running on the right-hand side of the road, and you're off camber all the way, and it just didn't suit. So by 20K, I was ready to pull out. The foot was really sore, and a couple of my mates down there will remember. Old Gino and Mel and Dwayne were down there, and anyway, I carried on. And it was very, very sore at the end, but I just pushed through and got to the end. And look, I couldn't stand, I couldn't walk, I couldn't, it was very sore.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually the beginning of this injury, part of this injury I've got at the moment.
Right.
Strained some tendons in the foot. But end of the day, I got through it. And, those are the sort of things that make you remember about these different runs, eh?
Yeah. And a great result that you got as well.
Yeah,
Dave,
exactly.
you've run both half marathons, full marathons, and ultra marathons. Do you have a preferred distance, and why?
That's a hard question, really, because they're all enjoyable in their own right for different reasons. Your half marathon, you can give it a few berries and, speed really counts.
Yes.
A marathon, you've got to be a little bit more disciplined.
Yes.
And you've got to plan it out a little bit better and actually carry out the plan to be successful. And then an ultra marathon, it's just a totally different animal again, because there's generally a lot more elevation. So, your training is different. It's a really hard one. I enjoy them all.
Yeah.
And I think I will continue to.
Yeah. Well, that answers the question, because you've done so well in all of them. It just shows that, if you train correctly for each one and prepare correctly, you can still achieve great results.
And as you would know, your training does need to be different to get the best out of yourself on each of those disciplines.
Yeah, that's right.
I think, I'd like to have a go at maybe a 70 or an 80. I don't think I would handle 100.
Yeah.
I think the cramped animal would get me.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to have been at Taupō 70, just gone, or 80, whatever it was. Much FOMO actually with the rest of the crew down there.
Yes.
But we'll just see how we go. But I enjoy them all.
Yes. Oh, great.
What I don't enjoy is 10K.
Oh, what's the reason for that?
Oh, look, it's hard. I don't know whether you've had a real hard 10K race or not, but
yes, I have.
Yeah, well, you would know. You tend to go out at your 5K pace and try and hang on.
Yes.
And it's just so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of my goals quite a few years ago, was to break 40 minutes.
Yes.
And it took a while to do it.
Yes.
But finally got under it, and, had a couple in the 38. So
that's fabulous.
Pretty happy with that at the time.
Yeah, well done. I haven't been able to crack that 40, but hopefully I will.
Yeah, it'd be awesome to do it at our age, that's for sure.
Yeah. Tough ask.
Yeah.
So, Steve, also here on your CV, you've done a 5K parkrun in 2022 with a phenomenal time of 19:36 at the age of 59. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, that was one of my goals, actually, was to break that 20 minutes. I'd run pretty close to it a few times.
Yes.
And I thought, well, I've got to do something different if I want to get under that 20 minutes. I've been so close so many times. So I bought a pair of carbon shoes. And, lined up a bit of training, and we had a pace day. And I had a couple of our faster runners at the time, Scott Moyse and Dwayne Collicutt.
Yes.
Offered to pace me. And
fabulous.
It was brilliant. They were just so good. And we just sat in behind them together with them, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they actually held me back, to be honest. The first part, I felt so good. I was ready for it.
Yes.
And I struggled to stay behind them at sort of K2 and 3.
Right.
But I made myself do it.
Yes.
We were talking along the way.
Yes.
And anyway, as it turned out fine, I had plenty in the tank at the end. And I went from, I think, like a 20-0, I don't know, 2014, 2015 or something like that, to a 1936. So I knocked a pretty good chunk off it.
Massive chunk that you knocked off there.
Very happy on that day.
I bet. That must have felt amazing. Congratulations.
It didn't last very long, unfortunately. I think I might have had it was late in the season, and I think a few weeks later we had our club champs, and I think I did another 1958 or something or other.
Yes, I do remember that. I haven't got it on your CV list here, but I did remember reading that. Yeah.
And after that, I think I was doing some long distance training, so the speed dropped off.
Right.
So I couldn't didn't sort of maintain those parkrun times for quite some time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well,
never got back to the sub 20, but I think it's there still.
I think it is
if
there.
I wanted to focus on it,
That's exactly what I was going to say, is that you've been training for longer distances. And as we know, the training's totally different.
Yeah.
If you took some time and focused and did a proper training program for your 5K, I think you could still do even better than that.
But, everything's got to be in good nick, as you know.
That's right.
For those shorter runs, you can bluff your way through a longer run because you're not putting so much strain on those our older muscles.
That's right.
And that sort of thing. So
yes,
you've got to be in really good nick to do that speed work and come out the other side.
Yes. What's your approach to training consistency as a masters athlete?
Well, to be honest, I've never really been that structured until recent years.
Okay.
Might have said before, I've done quite a bit of cycling over the years, and I used to mix cycling and running, and that probably got me through without too much structure in place.
Right.
It's only really the more recent years and having other faster runners amongst us and others that had a little more structure in their plans, where I've sort of stopped and looked and listened a bit more.
Yes.
And I've done a bigger variation of training. I've done slower runs, done the longer runs slower and more structured. I used to go out and just run.
Yes.
And I got away with it most of the time, but probably didn't get the benefit that I should have been getting out of some of these longer runs.
Yes, right.
So I've learned a lot, and still probably a lot to learn. But learning's one thing; you got to put it into place too, don't you, and carry it out, and that's the key.
Yes.
But I generally run 5 days a week and have 2 days off.
Okay.
More recently, I've been doing some core exercises, Swiss ball and leg stuff and that sort of thing.
Yes.
And I think it's helped. But unfortunately, I've got this injury hanging over me at the moment from that ankle roll, which is quite serious.
Yep.
There's a lot of tendon damage. I tried to carry on running after that and did a few events actually. Did the Waitangi 24K off-road and actually won my age group in that.
Wow.
I was still a bit sore at that time and pushed it too hard, and then afterwards I had to stop it altogether again and try and get some rest on this ankle and let it repair.
Yes.
I'm still working on it.
Yeah. Yeah. And as we get older, these things take longer, especially when you haven't listened, Steve, and you've gone out and done things which you should maybe not have.
Well, to be fair, my physio said tendons need to be worked, but I actually took it a little bit too literally and worked it too much.
Yes.
And I think that's fair advice. A tendon, he said, every couple of days it needs to be worked to heal, because they don't get a lot of blood supply.
I don't think he was meaning a 24K trail run.
No, you did right there. I did get a bit carried away. And the other thing, I was doing speed golf as well, which was not the ideal thing for it.
No.
So we live and learn.
You're not only an active member, but also serve on the Hātea Run committee. How has being involved in the club's leadership shaped your experience of the running community?
Well, I think it's kept me interested, and it's kept me involved, and I enjoy it. You're there with like-minded people that encourage others to participate in, and you're creating events for other people to enjoy.
Yes.
And sort of being hands-on, and that involvement sort of keeps you in tune too.
Yes.
Because you're you're doing it for everybody, and you want to be there as well, and
That's
you
right.
know what's going on, so you're Johnny on the spot.
Yeah.
I mean, if you take a step back out of it, it's easy to sort of, for me, to waver off into other things and lose a bit of focus. So it's twofold for me, really. I do enjoy it,
Yeah.
and I get a lot of satisfaction out of being involved with the club and
Yeah.
seeing it, certainly in the last recent years, it grown so much with parkrun and that.
Yeah.
Our club involvement with starting the parkrun, as you know,
Yes.
has been really great. And, at that time, our club numbers were down significantly to what they had been. And I think it was a general trend for an athletic club or a harrier club.
Yes.
And then, parkrun rejuvenated it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And following on from that, people's interest in ultramarathons and off-road running has
Yes.
really exploded, and that's, it's been good.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about parkrun, you've done nearly 150 parkruns, and it could have easily been way more, because I know that you used to cycle on Saturday mornings. Tell us about that cycling.
Well, I've probably been cycling off and on for as long as I've been running.
Right.
And something I hadn't mentioned to you earlier, I'll bring it up now, is I think it was about 2012, our local running track here was opened, the new surface track.
Surface track, yep.
And as a club, we had opening day there.
Oh.
And it was about 2012, I think. And we were all excited to run on this new track, and there was various events I was going to do. I think from memory, I wanted to do the 1500, maybe an 800, 15 and the 5K. And anyway, I got talked into doing the 200 metres
Oh.
to start with.
Right.
And it was the first event on the day.
Right.
And I actually tore a quad muscle
Oh.
on the first corner.
Ouch.
And it went off with a crack, and I fell on my face, basically. And that was the beginning of the end of my track running days. So what happened is I went to physio about it afterwards, and the physio at the time said, "Oh, well, you'll never be a world recognised athlete. You're just a runner. You've got other muscles in that quad will compensate." And I didn't know any different. And anyway, it took me a good year or so before I could actually run and swing that leg properly. To bring the leg through on that
Right.
on that motion. So I took to cycling a bit more seriously, and I had 2 or 3 years of pretty serious cycling. We did the tour in Northland every year. It's a 4-day tour, and we went away and did races around Taranaki Mountain and Taupō, and I'd done a few of those previously, but not as serious as I was, because I was training pretty hard. We did a Wellington to Auckland 7-day tour, and there was quite a group of us up here, and sort of joined together and trained together, like we do with running. And every Saturday was our ride around the Pataua Loop, which is about 62K. And we would ride that pretty hard. It was a really good training run. But of course, it was 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning, and it went for a couple of hours. So for probably 3 odd years, I'd do that more so than I would the parkrun. So the earlier days of parkrun, I wasn't really that involved.
Yeah, right.
And I enjoyed the cycling too, and I was pretty good at it.
Yep.
And
and it was probably also better on that quad to help strengthen the quad.
Yeah, it was definitely, and that
running
helped,
a fast
5K. And then I got back into the running again, and
exactly.
It's still there. I mean, I got a hole on my leg, a dent in my leg. That quad muscle just disappeared. rolled up and gone.
Wow.
So should have really had it operated on, but
Right.
I got bad advice. So yeah, cycling's always been there, and
Been a part.
I'm actually doing a little bit of it again now
Oh, good.
because I need to rest that ankle.
Yeah.
And get some proper rehab on it.
Right.
So,
How do you stay motivated through tough training blocks and these type of setbacks that you're going through, or you've been through a number of setbacks? How do you stay
well,
motivated?
I mean, what else do you do? I never give up.
Good on you.
I think you just got to get a resolve. You've got to find out what the real problem is, and there's always a way. I mean, you want to avoid an operation at all costs, if you can, and I don't think it's that serious.
Yep.
But yeah, I think if you enjoy what you do, you find a way.
Yes.
And if you have to do other types of training, I mean, there's all sorts that you can do. I mean, I've been told I should be water running, and I've done that in the past too.
Yep.
In Babe up here in Whangārei, he started water running 20 years ago.
That's right.
And I was probably one of his first trainees.
Yes.
I've still got his original belt.
Yeah.
But it bored me to tears. I just hated it. Hated every minute of it. But what I want to do is get out and run on the roads and the trails, and but it's something I probably need to do. And there's always a way. There's always an alternate means of training and strengthening.
Yep. And I suppose your connection with the community and your volunteering or being part of the committee, the Hātea Run committee, helps keep you connected there and motivated too, hey?
Absolutely. And there's good people in there like yourself, that are helping people now, coaching. You've got Gino and others out there that are all motivating each other. It's great.
Yeah. You've been running competitively for decades. What lessons has the sport taught you about resilience and longevity?
Well, I think what we've been talking about, overcoming injuries and setbacks, and keeping healthy and eating well, I think is a key thing for longevity.
Yes.
I mean, I still enjoy a beer every now and then.
Let's touch a little bit on your nutrition. You say eating healthily is good for longevity, and I believe that too. Let's talk a little bit about how you might prepare for these longer distances in terms of your eating. Is there certain foods that you avoid leading up to that? Do you carbo load the week leading up to it?
I think I'm pretty fortunate. I've got a pretty resilient stomach. Right. I mean, I eat a good variety of food, and I always have done. Brought up with home cooking and meat and veggies and all the good things. Yes. And we pretty fortunate. My wife's at home. She's not working, hasn't been working for a few years, sort of semi-retired. Right. And there's always a cooked meal. Nice. And we have leftovers, good real food for lunch. I take to work every day. I mean, I don't buy lunch and
stay away from the takeaways.
Don't buy takeaways.
Highly processed.
If it is, it's real food, Yeah. Roast to go or fish and chips every now and then.
Yes.
Or Thai, we have Thai often if it's a takeaway. But leading up to a big event, a marathon or a big cycle race or something like that, I mean, I just eat well.
Yeah, right.
And nothing special. I will always have a breakfast. I'm big on having a breakfast. I mean, even before a long run, before any run, I'll have breakfast of some sort.
Good.
And I think that's probably part of the reason why I can tolerate foods on a run. And, even these gels and things, I mean, these longer runs, obviously you need carbohydrates, electrolyte drinks, yeah.
Yes.
And I've always trained with them. And
Right.
cycling's probably helped me with that as well because, you're on your bike for a long time, so you're taking in a lot.
Yes.
And I guess that's training your gut
Yes.
without the jiggling of running because you're sitting still.
Okay. Yes.
So
That
I
makes
think that's
sense.
probably helped
Yeah.
me because, I mean, on a marathon, I'd have 7 or 8 gels.
Right.
On the last 50K, I probably had 9
Wow. Yes.
and tolerate them,
That's awesome that you can do that because,
and I need them.
Yeah.
If you want to maintain your pace,
Yes.
a lot of people think they have enough, but they fade at
No.
30K or 40K or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, your body just can't store that amount of ready
you can't utilize it, can't
carbohydrates.
process it because you haven't trained with it.
Yep.
And that's why a few people end up
you need to keep
with
on
a sickly
taking them
gut or on the toilet, unfortunately. So I've been a bit fortunate with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, very good. So, Steve, what advice would you give to other masters runners who want to stay fast, strong, and enjoy sport for their life?
Don't do the things I do. Be a little bit more structured if you can.
Right.
Listen to all the good advice and take it on board.
Yeah.
Literally. Don't flirt with danger when you have a little niggle. Do something about it. Back off completely.
Okay.
Rest is best. Particularly as you get older, we get more niggles. You're not as strong as we used to be.
No.
We can't continually run as hard, or as fast up the hills or around that track repetitively like we used to be able to. So you've just got to plan it out and take good advice. Listen to people like Justin and Gino, and stick to the plan.
I think the most important thing is to listen to your body, though, not other
Totally.
people.
Absolutely.
Your body, and it seems like sometimes you've wanted to not listen to your body.
Yeah.
But you've got some great stories though to match the scars.
Yeah, I think all runners end up with injuries, don't we? At some point in time. I've had my share, but I've done the miles too, and I've pushed the limits.
Yes, you sure have.
And often pushed them possibly without the best training or the best preparation, and got away with it most of the time, but got caught out a few times.
Yeah.
So we can always learn. So I think the older we get, the more careful we need to be, and that's probably the advice I can give, and I'm giving it to myself.
Yeah. When you look ahead, what are your goals and what still excites you? What do you want to take on in the future?
Well, I don't want to have any more injuries, and I want to keep running.
Yes,
I enjoy it, and I think it's good for us, and it keeps you young. I mean, I like being out and mixing with the younger folk that are running and doing well, and it sort of motivates me, and it's great to see.
Yes.
So I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. I want to keep pushing and trying to keep winning some age group runs and things, whether it's a half marathon or marathon or
that's
ultra.
70K that you were talking about?
Yeah, I mean, if I have a good season and things are looking well, and got a couple of good runs under my belt, I think I could do a 70 or 80. We'll see.
Yeah, fabulous.
What I haven't done is, I haven't been down to any half marathon New Zealand championships or cross country New Zealand championships or road champs.
Yeah.
And that's something I'd actually quite like to do.
Yep.
So 65 is a good age to go and do that. So
Yep. Absolutely.
watch the space.
We sure will.
You can join us, Justin.
Yeah, I think I might. How do you feel about these backyard ultras? Does that tickle your fancy in any way?
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you know, we've had our local Hātea trial backyard ultra
the
event,
solstice as well.
solstice run.
Yeah.
You know, I've done those two. I purposely didn't look at the proper backyard ultra in Whangārei here. Yeah, I just didn't suit me at the time.
Yes. Timing's important.
Yeah, and I had other focuses.
Yes.
I don't particularly like that course at Manu, at the back of Manu there. If it's wet or whatever, it doesn't really excite me.
No.
It's a pretty lumpy sort of a course and can be pretty boggy. And, you know, if you're going through the night, yeah, it's pretty tough. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. There's plenty around, isn't there?
Oh, there's lots to do, and there's always something new that you can try. So good on you.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you'd like to share? Anything that's on your heart that you'd like to share with the listeners?
I just think we're very fortunate up in Whangārei here. You know, just looking back when you talked about different events and things.
Yes.
I mean, I've had successful runs and, you know, the Pātea half marathon, you know, the Waitangi half, the Parahaka half.
Yep.
We've had the Wild Kiwi up here. I've done that. You know, that was a very tough run. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll get that one back in a hurry. But looking back, you know, Glenbervie half marathon, we had the 2-day marathon in Glenbervie. Really enjoyed that event.
All right.
You do a 16K in the morning on the Saturday.
Yes.
And then a 5K in the afternoon on a different trail. And then you'd back that up on the Sunday with a half marathon.
Wow.
And they're all off road. And
yeah,
I think my PB there was about a 3:36 or something for the whole thing.
Wow.
With, you know,
so
700 or 800 meters of climbing.
Wow.
That was a pretty cool event.
Yes, that's awesome.
But yeah, when I started running, we of course had our Hātea Run. It was a Saturday race.
Yes.
And I think looking back on it, you know, we used to race every Saturday. And it was probably too much.
Yeah, probably.
But, you know, a lot of them got through it and they did well. We'd, interesting, we'd have our club night, was a Tuesday night, and we'd go out and we'd do our 10 or 15K run or whatever it was. And then I was quite matey with the other club as well.
Yeah.
So we'd go and do the same thing on a Wednesday.
Right.
So we'd have two hard training runs, Wednesday, you know, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Gosh.
And then probably another easy one later in the week. And then we'd race on Saturday and then do a long run on Sunday. So
wow.
that was and you'd do it week in and week out. No wonder we got injured.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, that's what we used to do.
That's what I'm thinking. No wonder you got injured.
Yeah. But yeah, that was good times.
Awesome. Thanks, Steve Trass. You're a true example of what it means to combine community spirit with personal excellence. From national championship wins to ultramarathon age group wins and adventures, and now working through injury with the same determination you bring to every start line. Steve continues to embody what Masters on the Move is all about: staying active, staying involved, and never losing sight of why we run. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow Masters on the Move wherever you get your podcasts, and share it with a running mate who could do with a bit of inspiration. Until next time, keep moving, keep smiling, and keep mastering your own journey. Thank you, Steve.
Awesome.